Again, seeing if I can improve on this Yuk54 by adding a little bit of color. This is a very, very loose rendition of this airplane here. Obviously it's not scaled, but when you get down to very small size, the laws of physics end up trumping everything else. And the best I could do is just embrace the cartoonish experience, the cartoonish appearance of the airplane. Because there's no way I'm going to hide it, obviously. And even this faint amount of color adds 0.8 grams to the all-up weight of the airplane, which is actually about 2%, so not insignificant. But it still flies great, and actually I added a little bit of exponential to the rudder. I was over-controlling it when transitioning from flying on the wing to a high alpha or a hover. And now it transitions perfectly smoothly and actually does beautiful torque rolls. So let's get to flying. All right, so there you have it. That was about an 8-minute flight. I'm sure you noticed the motor cut out early in that last flight. The good news is foamies are tough, so there was no damage. I was able to continue the flight, but that has been my experience with these all-in-one bricks, is that their reliability is questionable, and therefore really, in my opinion, only appropriate for this type of disposable airplane. I checked the current draw. It was 3 amps full throttle. And this is a 5 amp speed control. And as you can see, the cutout happened early in the flight, and then the rest of the flight was uneventful, including hovering, which to me means it's not the battery sagging under load. It's just the reliability of the brick. So I do not use those all-in-one bricks on my balsa wood airplanes yet. So this 23-gram glider still has separate servos and a separate speed control. It's a 2-gram motor. There's variable incidence for roll control. So no ailerons, and just an elevator. And then I use a 4-channel GWS Pico servo. So it's 72 megahertz. And in my opinion, bulletproof, reliable. I've never even had glitches with this thing. And I use the same setup in this little tiny 50-gram sort of scale Sopwith pup. So a little bit of a weight penalty using separate electronic components, but I think much more reliable. And I do that with all my little planes. Still, I'm waiting for these bricks to have the reliability the way I think is appropriate. This is a 3-ounce plane. It has a, I think, a 36-inch wingspan. Very, very lightweight. But again, separate components. I'm not using the brick in that one. So I basically build these planes the same way I build regular airplanes when I use balsa wood, just tiny. I'd like these bricks to become as reliable as what I consider to be standard radio components. I've had a couple of them over the past 10 years, 15 years. And they are neat in this way they're so tiny, but I don't know, I just never seem to get the reliability. Open to suggestions, obviously. So if I'm missing something, let me know.